P3 switch on the
The launch of PSLV C56 DS-SAR satellite mission is scheduled to take place today, the 30th of July 2023 at 6:31 hours Indian Standard Time from the first launch pad of Satish Dhawan Space Center. This is a dedicated commercial mission whose launch services are being mediated by New Space India Limited. The primary satellite is DS-SAR, an Earth observation satellite weighing 352 kilograms, developed by Government of Singapore and SD Engineering. Along with this, there are 6 co-passenger satellites varying in weight from 3 kilograms to 23 kilograms, all belonging to the universities in Singapore. DS-SAR is intended to be placed in 6,914 kilometers orbit with 5 degrees inclination, that is a near equatorial orbit.
लॉन्च व्हीकल इंटीग्रेशन वीडियो यह आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं। यह प्रथम चरण का प्रथम खंड है। प्रथम चरण सॉलिड S139 बूस्टर, इसके 5 खंड होते हैं। इसमें से यह प्रथम खंड है जिसे हम नोजल एंड सेगमेंट कहते हैं। यह नोजल के साथ संयोजित होकर लॉन्च इंटीग्रेशन फैसिलिटी लाया जाता है। इसे नवनिर्मित PSLV इंटीग्रेशन फैसिलिटी पर संयोजित किया जा रहा है। मध्य में 3 मिडिल सेगमेंट के खंड होते हैं। यह तीसरा मिडिल सेगमेंट पूरी दक्षता के साथ यह काम किया जाता है, कोई भी त्रुटि की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है। यह है इग्नाइटर जो कि इस सॉलिड बूस्टर को प्रज्वलित करेगा। और यह भी आप देख रहे हैं SITVC जो कि प्रणोद सदिश नियंत्रण का कार्य करता है। SITVC पिच और यॉ दिशा में नियंत्रित करता है प्रथम चरण के प्रज्वलन के दौरान। और यह है RCT टैंक, रिएक्शन कंट्रोल थ्रस्टर, जो कि रोल दिशा में यान को दिशा नियंत्रण देता है। और अभी आप देख रहे हैं यह इंटर स्टेज कहलाता है। प्रथम और द्वितीय चरण के बीच का यह इंटर स्टेज, इसमें रीट्रो 1 मोटर्स लगे हुए हैं। और यह इंजन जिम्बल चेक्स द्वितीय चरण तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसमें यह विकास इंजन आप देख रहे हैं, इसको पूर्ण परीक्षित कर यहाँ इंटीग्रेशन फैसिलिटी लाया जाता है और प्रथम चरण के ऊपर में संयोजित किया जा रहा है। द्वितीय चरण पूर्ण संयोजित हो चुका है। अब इसे PSLV इंटीग्रेशन फैसिलिटी से MST तक लाया जा रहा है।
So far you have watched the first stage and the second stage of PSLV getting integrated in the PSLV integration facilities, and the partially integrated launch vehicle has been moved to the MST. Here this is PS3 and PS4. The third and fourth stages getting moduled in a separate integration facility and being moved as a single unit to the mobile service structure. They are being carefully hoisted and lowered on to the launch vehicle. These are the visuals from the clean room for the prime satellite DS-SAR. For the PSLV, the satellite is being prepared in satellite preparation facilities, and it will be moved to the launch pad for integration in the clean room that is created for this purpose at the mobile service tower.
MCC to control event number 428 completed.
After the satellite is integrated above the PS4 stage, the co-passenger satellites, Velox, Arcade, etc. are also placed at their respective places. All this is taking place at the clean room environment.
Request all stations change over to channel 2 at T-20 minutes.
Having completed all the
No
mandatory
confirmation
checks for
is
the
needed
health
to
of the
control.
rocket and the satellite, the payload fairing is closed. The launch vehicle being ready in all respects for the launch, the mobile service tower is receded back and moved to its parking location. PSLV is a 4-stage launch vehicle with alternate solid and liquid stages. The first stage is solid propellant stage called S139 with 139 tons of HTPV based solid propellant. Second stage has a hypergolic earth storable propellant combination of UH25 and N2O4 with 41 tons propellant loading. Third stage is solid propellant stage having a Kevlar filament wound case with 7.65 tons propellant loading. The fourth stage is a liquid propellant based stage with 1.4 tons propellant. The PSLV stands 44.4 meters tall. As we await the launch, let me tell the audience the major flight events that will be taking place in the PSLV C56 DS-SAR mission. This core-alone version of PSLV will inject 7 payloads in a mission lasting 23 minutes. At T0, the core S139 ignites and the launch vehicle lifts off. By 109 seconds, the first stage would have completed its operation and separates from the ongoing launch vehicle. At this instant, the launch vehicle would have reached an altitude of 51 kilometers.
BPV open.
Soon afterwards, the second stage ignites and carries the rocket up to 169 kilometers altitude in its operational time of 152 seconds. During the operation of second stage, the launch vehicle clears the dense atmosphere, so the closed loop guidance is initiated and the payload fairing is separated. The third stage ignites soon after the separation of second stage. After operation of 120 seconds, the PS3 burns out but continues to coast along for another 200 seconds. By this instant, the altitude of the launch vehicle is 335 kilometers. The fourth stage, PS4, together with the payloads, continue to coast for another 263.3 seconds. After the burnout of the third stage, coast phase adds an altitude of 244 kilometers to the launch vehicle, while its relative velocity reduces a little. The fourth stage ignites at 14 minutes into the flight and operates for 272 seconds, during which the orbital conditions are achieved for the ignition of prime satellite DS-SAR and 6 co-passenger satellites. The intended orbit is 6,914 kilometers circular orbit at 5 degrees inclination. The order of separation of other satellites is Neolon, Orbit 12 Strider, followed by Glacia, then the Scoop 2, then Arcade, and finally Velox AM.